What is your question? So today is tough love.
What's holding them back?
What's holding you back? So today being tough love, this is where I get to do, it's kind of like Hey Kerwin, but with a bit more in your face. I get a little bit more aggressive. I think Maddie just jumped. I'm pretty sure did a little bit of pee just come out, Maddie? A little bit of pee just came out. So this is what we're going to do today in Tough Love. You guys get to ask the questions. Now, by the way, we're going to do 20 minutes of Tough Love on here, and then we're going to do 10 minutes of Tough Love. I literally just gagged on myself. Lightning round on Instagram. So
I think it's, before we start, I think it's interesting, the concept of tough love.
yes.
Because I was here for about 10 months, and I feel like I never got tough love. But then all of a sudden, it started coming.
Yeah. See, tough love to me, that's a really good question, Matty. You're such a good producer. The tough love, the whole concept around tough love is, look, every now and then we all need a good kick up the arse. And what a good coach will do, or a good mentor or a good leader, is they know when to apply pressure and when not to apply pressure. They know when to coach, using love and nurturing and care, but they also then know when to, pull the gloves off and actually apply a bit of pressure, apply a bit of heat and spit some fire. Because one of the things that I know about performance, if you want to reach the highest levels of performance in any area of your life, sometimes you've got to be pushed. And it's because sometimes, we've got to be pushed into an area we don't want to go, or we need to have a level of pressure applied to us that we won't apply to ourselves, that creates a level of discomfort around our current situation that just kind of forces us over the line, pushes us over the line, and gets us exactly where it is that we want to go. And so tough love is really about how can I deliver some hard and fast advice where I literally, because in a situation like this, I don't have the ability to sit there and build rapport with you and coach you and go, okay, where are you right now? Do you need a little bit of love? Do you need a little bit of sprinkles? Do you need some cupcakes? Or do you need a good fucking solid backhand on the bottom or bodily part, virtually, in order to, basically get you going? And that's what today is really all about. So for those of you who've got questions, let me know your questions. Should we get ready?
We should get into it. I got one already, actually.
All right, who have you got?
We've got Aisha Leavitt Ogden.
Aisha.
Yeah.
Aisha?
Aisha.
Aisha.
Yeah. She's saying, I'm taking on every opportunity I can to try new things and go to new places.
Great.
But I've been struggling with this for a couple of years now, but I'm just not being content. I've got energy, but I've got no direction.
Sounds like she's lost. Oh, a bit of a theme here. Do we know how old she is?
No.
How old does she look?
I don't know.
It's a very dangerous question to ask. Look, Aisha, if you're trying lots of things and you're not content, then I'd really, first of all, I'd say take a look at your fucking perspective. Look, because perspective is everything. And one of the things that we know about life, one of the things we know about love, one of the things that we know about, in the pursuit of anything, people who are happy are 78% more likely to experience success in their life, whether it be commercial success, relationship success, health success. And I think the biggest challenge right now is people think that they're entitled to a direction. They think they're entitled to a purpose. They think they're entitled to know what it is that they have to do. Whereas in truth, life is a little bit like Baskin Robbins. There's 52 flavors? There's 52 flavors. So my advice is shut up and start fucking eating. Shut up and start tasting. Taste things. Try things. Really just kind of put yourself into a situation where you get to expose yourself to the buffet that is of life so that you can try as many things as possible. But what a lot of people don't realize is, once I find my purpose, then I'll be content. No. Once you find your purpose, you'll probably be in more fucking pain than ever, because purpose requires a level of discipline in order to pursue it, to fulfill it with the potential that is required to fulfill purpose. And so what we've got to understand, whether you're living life and you found your purpose, or if you're living life and you're trying to find your purpose, fundamentally the thing that governs the whole experience is your perspective around the moment. And the moment that you're in will fundamentally determine the experience that you're having, the quality of the journey that you're having. So stop being, I'm looking for a little bit of something to grab onto here because I haven't really got a lot, but fuck, what are you, like, I don't know how old you are, but what I will say is, man, come on. You don't deserve to have a direction. You don't deserve to have a purpose. You don't deserve to know exactly what it is you need to do. But what I will say is this: you have fucking lungs in your air. No, you have lungs in your air. You have air in your lungs. Look, I'm going to assume you've got a level of mobility. I'm going to assume that you slept in a comfortable bed last night. I'm going to assume that you got to eat dinner last night. Like, just those things, we take for granted. If you just look at those things on their own, therein lies, the ability to see that you're in the top percentile of people in the world, and the reasons that you have to be content are unlimited if you just look at them. So stop being so fucking selfish and focusing on the things that you don't have, and start being fucking fulfilled by focusing on the things that you do have and showing a greater level of appreciation. Because if you want to have more, be grateful for what you have. If you're grateful and you show appreciation for the things you have, guess what the universe does? It gives you more. But if you sit there going, oh, I'm not content, oh, I'm not happy, oh, I don't have this, well, what do you think the universe will give you more of? It'll give you more discontent. It'll give you more absence. It'll give you more lack. You know, you really are getting what you are reflecting to the world right now. So just reflect a different picture. And for fuck's sake, just get on with it. Eat some ice cream. By ice cream, I mean the Baskin-Robbins metaphor.
Yeah, all right. So I got.
Give me something good. Give me something I can really bang someone up on.
What do you think about this one? Very interesting perspective here would come from Jude Rainsford.
Jude. Hey, Jude.
She's saying, I fear going out in my wheelchair on public transport.
Ooh, that is a good one. Jude, that is a good one. You fear going out in your wheelchair on public transport. Now, I can relate to that because what some of you may or may not know, I've got 2 very large scars on my wrist here. They are banging. I fell on a bottle. I was holding onto a bottle. I fell over when I got drunk for the first time when I was 15. Very masculine beverage called West Coast Cooler. And I was told by the doctors that I was going to be disabled. And I actually had to wear this brace. It was like this plastic brace from here to here. And it had 4 big prongs off the end of it, literally with rubber bands and little fucking pouches on the end. And I used to get teased at school. They called me Freddy Krueger. They called me Robocock, not Robocop. I got, you know, all these things. But I used to, the cool thing was I made the best of a bad situation. See, this is what it's all about. It's about making the best of a bad situation. So here's the thing. First of all, I'm going to give you a little bit of tough love. I'm going to give you more love than maybe perhaps tough because, look, no, fuck, if you want the tough love, you're going to get the tough love. You've got to use your situation and look at the opportunity in the situation. For me, when I got called Robocock and when I got called, you know, Freddy Krueger, you know, sure, I was so and not only was I self-conscious of that, I was super self-conscious of taking it off because when I took it off, you could see these big gnarly scars and people would always call me, oh, it's suicide kid, suicide boy. You know, and I created it, you know, I created all sorts of stigma, but I used the situation for my opportunity. So I started actually carrying around little, you know, rolled up balls and these little tiny beads that I had, and I'd actually use my fucking my rubber bands in their pouches as like a slingshot. And literally, I'm not kidding. When people gave me shit, I'd sit up the back of the class and I'm like, pooh, and I'd ping them in the back of the head. I'm like, yeah, pal, Robocock has got your number. And I actually used it to create entertainment. I used it to create fun. I used it as a reason to create engagement. Now, the cool thing on public transport, what do you think is the most coveted thing on public transport?
I don't know.
A seat. You have a seat. And it's not like anyone's going to ask you to stand up and move. Are they? If they did, it would be awkward. And I'm not using this to poke fun at the situation, but what I am using is the situation to look at the benefit of what it is that you're in. But also, and one of the things that I grew up, you know, in an environment where I was exposed to a lot of disability just by the association of the school that I went to. And so whenever I see someone out, you know, if I see someone with crutches, if I see someone, you know, whether they've got some kind of a disability or some kind of a different abled ability, and I always throw appreciation and I always get a level of inspiration. So for me, I'd start focusing on not the things that you're afraid of, start focusing on the things that you're actually going to get. Like first of all, you get a seat, number one, bonus, you're never going to have to stand up on public transport. But number two, think about all the people that you're going to inspire by virtue of the example that you're setting, by being out there, by getting active, but also bring personality to it. You know, because sometimes you see a person who is, you know, able, you know, a different able-bodied, and you know, you can see them in their chair or you can see them with their, you know, their apparatus, and they actually look like they're upset. And they don't bring a good energy to it. There is not like I remember Tyler, that young guy. He came to one of my events. He got punched in the head, fell down, hit his head on the gutter, became severely brain damaged. You know, the doctors told him wouldn't read, walk, talk, anything again. He started watching my videos, picked up some concepts, and he fucking he's completely come back. But now he goes out there and he completely, you know, puts himself out there when he's clearly still on the mend, but he creates this level of inspiration, you know, by creating an example and really putting himself out there. So my advice for you is just put yourself out there. Focus on, you know, what it is that you are demonstrating. Focus on the benefits that you're actually getting, but also start to look at, you know, the ability for you to fulfill your purpose by getting out there and finding something, you know, the ability to demonstrate something greater than just sitting at home. All right. Good luck, Jude.
Nice. Got Chris Ty Melodista.
Is this a good one? Am I going to get to unleash on Chris?
Yes, you sure are. He's from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
All right. How to ask the money I'm worth for without blinking?
You know, I think it was Jay Abrahams who once said, the difference between asking for $3,000 an hour and $30,000 an hour is not flinching. So how do you ask for the money that you're worth and not flinch?
Yeah.
Fucking practice. What do you think this is? Fucking Disneyland where people just come up and they give you what it is that you want? No. You only learn to develop a level of resilience. You only learn to develop a level of, you know, surety and confidence in yourself by practicing and exposing yourself to the stimulus that makes you flinch. The only way you become flinchless, or the ability not to flinch, is by constantly exposing yourself to that stimulus, that resistance that is going to cause that level of flinch repeatedly, by balancing out, you know, the cardiovascular system, by balancing out the autonomic system, by using breath, by balancing out the psychology, by looking at the benefits, by looking at the situation, seeing the benefits and being grateful for what is you're having in the moment. And slowly but surely, through exposure and through psychological balancing and through good use of breath and physiology, you'll become conditioned to be able to experience high levels of stress without actually flinching in the first place, which gives you confidence to be able to sit there and actually ask for what it is that you want. That's a fucking no-brainer, bro. Go and watch my videos on, what is it called? The 4 steps to regulation? Is that
stress conditioning?
Yeah, the 4 steps to stress conditioning. Watch that, that'll sort you out. But seriously, bro, practice. Grr. I don't feel very grr today.
You're full of love.
I'm full of love. I've got all this love.
What about Michelle Knaps?
Michelle Knaps.
She's,
I think it's Michelle Knaps.
She's 50 and from NJ.
50 from New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey.
How do you move on from divorce after 25 years? Michelle.
Oh, it's been 25 years since the divorce?
Yeah.
No.
No. Oh, it's probably the good point.
Because I was going to say, if you haven't moved on after 25 years being divorced, today's the day.
Yeah.
Look, again, something I can relate to. I was only married for 7 years. 7 years? I was in the relationship, 7, 6, 5. Anyway, not married anymore, so I don't need to get that number right. Awkward. Look, I was married, let's just call it 7 years. And my wife and I actually separated. I think it'll be 12 months in about a week and a half. Not this Sunday, next Sunday will be the 12-month anniversary of the separation. Not that anybody's counting. But look, I think for me, what was the question? How do you get past it?
How do you overcome it?
Look, I think you've just got to sit back and reflect on all the lessons. Sit back and look at all the growth. Sit back and look at all the gifts that were given to you. Because here's the thing, you know, when relationships end, they often don't end very well. And I feel like very privileged, especially in my situation, to have an ex-wife that is as conscious as she is, and Christian is conscious enough to the level where we can actually coexist in a space together. Not even coexist, like we can get together in a space, whether it be as friends, you know, as co-parents. You know, and even just as, you know, conscious people to be able to get together and have conversations to talk about things. I think one of the biggest mistakes, and I'm going to talk about the biggest mistakes that people make. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they end relationships is they throw out all of the stuff that came with that relationship. Because after 7 years, I feel incredibly blessed to have spent 7 years with Kristen. You know, I got to experience, you know, a lot of laughs, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. I got a fucking incredible son. I got the world's greatest leader to be in training, and I just wouldn't give that away for anything. And look, when the separation first went down, look, it was a little murky, and I was a little bit upset. I was a little bit torn, and I was a little bit unsure, and because there was a lot of things that just, you know, weren't clear to me. And look, I had plenty of, from where I was sitting, I had plenty of reasons to be angry. I had plenty of reasons to be upset. But all it was just my pain. It was my pain. And what I've discovered is when people are in pain, they want to inflict pain. And, you know, when I was inflicting any pain on Kristen in the early stages of the separation, it was just because I was in pain. And all I was doing was just trying to share that pain so that I, you know, I wasn't just in isolation. But then I started to realize all the benefits that had come from the relationship. You know, the laughter, the happiness, the growth, the experience. My son, oh my God, my Noah, like my boy, like having that. And then I started to be able to experience genuine levels of gratitude. So my advice is, you know, don't be fucking selfish. What's her name? Michelle, don't be fucking selfish, Michelle. You know, it's so anyone can be angry. It takes real consciousness to be able to look at an experience like that and actually be grateful for what it is that you've got out of it. Regardless of how it ends, you've still got 25 years of history together. So my advice is, don't let that be wasted. Like, use it to make it count. Use it for something to drive yourself forward. But yeah, just don't sit on the fucking pity party bandwagon and sit there and feel sorry for yourself, because that's just fucking unsexy. And you're 50. It's time for you to move on. You've literally got a great little window now for you to go and do all the things that you perhaps couldn't do when you were in the relationship. And for me, I'm now in that same space. I've got to get the abilities now to, when I don't have my son, I can now work like a motherfucker and I don't have anyone saying, where are you? You know, I can now literally travel, when I don't have my son, kind of. I just have this greater level of freedom now. Like, I honestly feel free, and I'm very grateful, for Kristen to giving me this experience or helping me move into this experience where I have the greatest level of freedom that I've had in like probably 20 years, because I'm now, I've got a successful business, I've got a great family, I've got not just my family, her family, and I've got great health, I'm in great condition, I've got an incredible team, I have great resources available to me to be able to do the things that I want, and I just have this incredible sense of freedom. And I'm also very excited for what's coming next.
Nice. Well, we have 1 minute to say goodbye to Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. But guess what? If you're super keen, you can fucking head over to Instagram, and we're going to do fucking lightning round. And lightning round is where I do tough love, but I'm going to do them super, super fast. You guys have got a little bit more of a, a little bit more oomph, a little bit more time, a little bit more consideration. But I have to say, there was a little bit more love than tough today.
It's okay.
It was okay. Look, I didn't beat anybody up. Jump over to Instagram. Let's jump onto Instagram. We'll talk about
live.
Oh, I am live on Instagram. We're going to do some tough love lightning round. So I'm going to finish this up right now. For those of you who want to continue this, I'll see you on Instagram. Go to Instagram now. Go over there. Over there. Where's the toilet? Over there. Yeah. All right. All right. Instagrammy you. How you doing, Instagram? What have we got?
All right. First one comes from Brooke Jasmine. How do I launch my first course or product?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Just do it. Honestly, just literally sit down. Here's what you need to do. Sit down, set an end date. The end date is when you go live. Create a structure for what it is that you want to do, like 10 things you want to do. Film 10 videos. Get yourself like Kajabi Next. Upload it to Kajabi Next. Get yourself some fucking experience on Facebook ads. Start making, before that, start producing some content on social. Getting some content out there. Fucking hell, get off your ass. Do something. Put some value out in the market. Build a brand. Then funnel it towards some kind of a webinar or sales page or something, and then just fucking do it. Like, you can literally Google that shit. Like, I don't even know why you're asking me this question when fucking YouTube probably has the answer. Get off your ass, set a date to go live, tell everyone in the world exactly when you're going to go live, and just fucking do it.
Wow. Tinan650, fear to return to my nursing job after a life-threatening motorbike accident.
Oh, dude, get the fuck over it. Seriously? Do you know how lucky you are to be fucking alive? You could be sitting in a fucking wheelchair right now like the fucking Michelle. Was it Michelle before? You are fucking alive. Stop taking that shit for granted. God gave you a second chance, and now you're sitting there fucking twiddling your thumbs and going, I'm going to maybe let fear get in the way. Fear is nothing more than an excuse, my friend. It is time for you to fucking get back on the saddle. Get back in the saddle, on the saddle. I don't fucking remove the saddle. Stand up, be counted. Just get back in there, brother. I believe in you if no one else does. Just for fuck's sake, do something. Now, today, literally, go and put in a fucking job application today. Tell me, and I want you to report back, literally, on one of my Instagram posts in the next 24 hours, telling me that you've taken some fucking action. Same goes for who was a chick beforehand. Fucking Brooke. Video girl. Brooke, I want a fucking post on one of my posts or a DM letting me know that you have actually set a date and you've got the action in motion. Fucking go do it.
All right. Sarah Asum, I'm a mom to high health needs child. I want to go back into working and create a career for myself without feeling guilty. I feel so stuck and unhappy.
Just fucking do it. Because here's the thing, there's always that balance, because you can over-nurture and you can under-nurture. It sounds to me like you're not in the under-nurturing space, but at the same time, I understand with the situation you're in, it would be very easy for you to go, well, I have a really good excuse not to go in and do the things that I want to do. But the reality is you're setting an example for your children. You've already set an incredible example of nurture by the sounds of it, but now it's time to set an example of going out there despite the odds and overcoming the odds. Because if you have a health or a special needs child, you need to be fundamentally showing them from as early as possible how to be overcoming the odds. And this is an odd that you need to show them how to overcome. It is your turn to overcome some odds and demonstrate to them exactly how to do it so that they start to mimic and model your behavior so that they don't look at any obstacle in their life as a condition or as a label that will hold them back for the rest of their life. This is not a fucking condition. This is not a disease. This is not a label. Get off your ass and fucking go out there and do something. Find the people to support you and just do it. And I want you to report back in the next 24 hours on a post or a DM letting you know that you've taken some form of action. Now's the time. Get on it. What's your name? Sarah, I believe in you. Just fucking do it. Set the example. Be the example and create the change.
Simone Shaw, 33.
Hey, Simone.
Every Tuesday I have a self-loathing day where I waste the day feeling sorry for myself. How the hell do I get off the couch?
Get up! Get off your fat ass for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Really? Really? I can't even believe this is a question. Get the fuck up. Do the fuck something. Set a goal for yourself. Have a reason to get off the couch in the first place. You have air in your lungs. You have life in... Do you know how many people in this world would love to be able to even fucking get up off a couch? Okay, Michelle, I was only just talking to Michelle on Facebook. She can't, she's in a wheelchair. She can't get up off the couch. She has to launch herself into a wheelchair if she wants to get around. Stop taking the able-bodied abilities that you have for fucking granted. Because one day, here's the thing. Do you know what would be fucking horrible in a situation like that? Is if tomorrow you had an accident and you literally couldn't get off the couch. You'd be sitting on the couch, bawling your fucking eyes out, wishing, if only I could get off the couch. Well, now you can. Do it before you can't, because at some point, whatever you take for granted may get taken away. Get off the fucking couch.
Nice. Safely.
Oh, geez, safely.
Safely.
I'm a bit dangerous right now. Oh, I'm bringing the grr back.
He says, how do you do everything at the start of a business without a huge team around you?
You just fucking do it. Oh, my God. Oh. Like, literally, like you answered, how do you do everything when you don't have a team? How the fuck did I do everything? How the fuck did, Richard Brett, how the fuck did all these other people? First of all, they just did everything that they did everything they could to the best of their abilities. But secondly, they created an environment that was so attractive and so appealing that in some cases people wanted to volunteer to work with them. So get off your fucking ass, create a purpose above just making money, do everything that you can in the time that you've got, but really focus on delivering something that no one else is doing, but do it in a way that brings heart and brings passion, where people want to just be around you and fucking help, but just fucking do something, and I want you to report back in the next 24 hours, tell me you've done something. Direct message or fucking on a post. Just do something, for fuck's sake. Get off your ass.
Nice. Corey Dixon, 81.
Corey.
I have a great paying job, but I hate it. Suck it up or take the huge risk and start over.
It's your life, brother. Do what the fuck you want. It's not going to bother me either way, but what I will tell you is this. You're either going to live a life of love or you're going to live a life of regret. And you're not going to really know which one you actually lived until the end. And it's at the end when you're sitting there staring your maker, or you're staring a situation that's going to bring you to your maker in the face, where you're going to be sitting and going, did I live to my fullest potential, or did I just play halfway? Look, here's what I've learned about making money. Making money is actually really easy, but making money does not fulfill you. People who focus on money are 8 times more likely to engage in deceit, deception, omission, and fraud-related behaviors. That says a lot. And that doesn't actually say that people who make money are evil or bad, are liars. Not at all. But it's the people that focus on making money, the ones that make stupid decisions in this world, which is why, in many cases, the planet is the situation it's in. So right now, I'm going to suggest to you that you start making decisions based on money, and you start making decisions based on love. You already know how to make lovey. You already know how to make money. Clearly, you have a good polarity when it comes to attracting money. My advice is now define what it is that you fucking love. Because, brother, at some point, you are going to be given a very big opportunity for you to either go down the direction you're continuing to go down right now, okay, or to take an opportunity, take a chance. How old is this mother? Look, I don't know how old you are, but I want to say is this: take the chance at some point. And look, and that is dependent on, do you have a wife? Do you have kids? Do you have a mortgage? Because if you have all of those things, you maybe want to start with a bit of a side hustle. But if you're young, if you're a young blood and you don't have any responsibilities, take the fucking leap. Line up at the fucking the buffet. Go to Baskin Robbins. Try every flavor of life that you possibly can and find something that you love. But here's what I'll tell you. I've done things to make money and they have left me completely empty, soulless, and I would say unfulfilled. And so the fact that you're asking this question says everything that you need to know. Follow your heart, do something great, be bold.
All right. Thank you, Kerwin. We got another minute to say goodbye to Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. I really, really enjoyed this. This was really good. Instagram, I really, really, really brought the grr. I brought the grr to Instagram. I fucking bought, maybe we should do a more lightning rounds. Thank you very much. But let me know. One of the things I do want to know, I forgot to ask this question. Let me know in the comment section, where are you dialing in from on Instagram? I want to know, where in the world are you? I'll try and do my best to get back to every single one of you. But also, let me know any questions that you've got for hashtag Tough Love Kerwin. Tough Love Kerwin, Tough Love, or hashtag Hey Kerwin. Let me know any questions you've got. Would love to know, what is it you want to know? But thank you for showing up. You guys are awesome. Let me know in the comments, where are you from? Kapow! Say hi to your mum for me.